The chapter begins with Hyang, the prince, walking through the palace and expressing his disgust at the unsanitary state of the court, complaining that the damned palace is so disgusting it's killing me. He senses a foul odor, immediately recognizing it. This smell? Not again! The scene shifts to a royal lecture where officials conclude their session and ask Hyang if he has any questions. Hyang immediately challenges the officials with a keen observation, noting that he saw a court lady with feces on the hem of her clothes on the way to the lecture. He argues that while natural, it's problematic if the clothing itself causes inconvenience. An official responds that clothing represents one's class and protects one from the elements, so it is natural to put up with such inconveniences. Hyang, seemingly referencing a Confucian saying, counters that it is wrong to judge class based on clothes, and that it is the traditional way of thinking that needs to change. The official quickly sidesteps the topic, stating the problem cannot be solved right away. Frustrated, Hyang changes the topic and surprises the officials by bringing up the conquest of Tsushima Island and the corresponding letter he saw with his father, the king. He highlights two major problems: the lack of a properly trained naval force and the decision not to relocate Tsushima's citizens to the northern region of Joseon. He argues that relocating them would eliminate the need to worry about the daimyo of Tsushima or grant him titles and a bronze seal. Once again, the officials avoid answering directly, stating the issue is too sensitive for subordinates to discuss. Later, the officials expressed disbelief that such intelligent and politically aware questions could come from a 5-year-old child. Hyang, throwing a book in frustration, laments that the officials gave him half-assed answers because he wasn't the crown prince. He worries that his life might be as short as the original King Munjong. Resolving to accelerate his plans, he swears that the officials are done for the moment he becomes the crown prince. The story fast-forwards to year 3 of Sejong, when Hyang is 7 years old and he is proclaimed the crown prince. Despite his exhaustion from the ceremony, he is relieved, declaring that he has been waiting forever. Now as the crown prince, he reviews his father's policies, noting the salt monopoly and the problems of tribute to the Ming Empire, land problems, and smuggling. He identifies the lack of government gold and his own limited authority as the biggest obstacles, despite being the crown prince. Frustrated with the inability to solve the big issues immediately, he decides to start small first. Observing his difficulty using a traditional brush, he realizes the focus should be on solving the minor inconveniences of the era. The chapter ends with Hyang declaring, "This is just the beginning."